It's the Flow Friday Night Sports Show and it's Golden Rivers football time. 4 weeks off and footy and netball back. And that's a good thing. And no doubt where you've got a couple of sides in New South Wales and then others through northern Victoria, it is going to be very interesting to see how everyone recovers from the 4 weeks. Has some fitness issues. Have people been able to get their training in? That all comes into the fore, doesn't it, after such a long break? If you had to go back to round 6 in senior football, for instance, you might remember that Murrabit beat Macorna by 2 points, 86 to 84. It was Quambatook had a great win over Hay, 13-14 to 8-4. Nice win for Wandella, 12-8-80 to an improving Ultima, 9-8-62. But the shockwave through the competition was when Nullawil kicked 32-21, 213 to beat Moulamein, 1-3-9. What sort of shockwaves is that going to have for this Golden Rivers competition? Just the one-sided nature, the percentage that Nullawil's kicking. We'll see, I suppose, when they go out to Hay this weekend. They've got to travel the long road trip for them. What impact that has on them, how far they can get in front of Hay. I think this is something that is going to have more far-reaching ramifications around Golden Rivers and the local football arena. Looking at this week's matches for Golden Rivers and in round number 7, Hay play Nullawil. This, across the grades, you just reckon that it's going to be some really competitive football in the junior grades here. In the senior grade, I think Nullawil way too good for Hay in the senior football. Maybe in the reserve grade, we'll see a bit better performance from Hay here with their depth and having players made available, I guess, on the day, given that Nullawil's in third place at 4-2 right now and Hay at 3-3. So maybe Hay a chance of possibly getting somewhere close to Nullawil in reserve grade. But then if you go to the junior grades here and have a look at it, the 17.5s, it's very much Nullawil third, Hay fourth, game on there. So it could go either way in that competition, and then going to the 14.5s. And this is where it's going to be interesting because Nullawil are in 6th, Hay 5th, and both of them are desperately needing to keep in touch with Murrabit, who are 4th in that comp. So maybe it's just a little bit of a changing of the guard there, that Hay could perhaps win some junior matches here, even the 2s. Nullawil, how much do they win the 1s by out at Hay? Well, that's the big question, I reckon. We'll all be watching that leading into next week around Nullawil and associated Golden Rivers areas. As we go to other matches this week in senior football, and Murrabit play Wandella in a really good one. I think that's match of the round stuff. I think I'm going to be tipping the Wandella boys to win it, but don't be surprised it's not going to be a very, very good match. Moulamein need to recover the 4 weeks they've had after the shellacking that they had at the hands of Nullawil. At home, I think they'll beat Macorna, but Macorna were an improved side in their last outing, so the travel, though, I think could cause them more grief than that. Ultima, Quambatook, match of the round stuff too. This could be a real close one because Quambatook coming back off the 4 weeks off, needing to regroup. A lot of their players coming from outside of the area too. Ultima, well, they've got a bit of form back, and at home at the Blue and Whites up there at Ultima, they just might be a little chance here to take a win here after an improved performance last time out. But this is a really good game. On paper, Quambatook should win, but Ultima, don't be surprised if they're not close by at the end of the match. That is a look at some Golden Rivers footy for this weekend.